Hi everyone, welcome back to Chop's Garage. I think we have just scored an absolute bargain with this fantastic Audi A8 3-litre TDI Quattro Executive. And I'm hoping a subscriber gets a bargain out of this too. So for those of you new to the channel, my name's James. This is Chop's Garage. I run a business called CG Car Sales. I'm a small independent trader of cars. I'm just obsessed with motors. And I will buy anything, right through from in the far end. We've got a £100 Nissan Micra Automatic on a year 2000. We've got a 2003 Suzuki Jimny, but then we've got 2014 Mocha, 2013 Golf, 2009 Yeti. Next door we've got classic Citroens, MGBs. I just absolutely love cars, so every day is Christmas for me because I get to come into work and buy motors. And then one we bought today is this fantastic looking Audi A8. Now I normally specialise in small cars, but recently I've just been diversifying into anything because that's what I enjoy doing. So the story behind this car: my local garage that does all of my work for me gave me a call and said they had a customer that was just about to go to We Buy Any Car to sell their car, because unfortunately the house that they rent had been put up for sale by the landlord, and the family loved living there and really wanted to be able to buy the house, and they were able to get the funding for it as long as they also sold their pride and joy. Unfortunately they're having to downgrade to a cheap little runaround while they get the finances together for the house. Obviously I got to test drive it before purchase, and I got to test drive it from cold as well, so I know it doesn't have any chain rattle. So that's all good on that side of things, which obviously is one of the bigger risks on this. Just to clarify exactly what we got, I have got scrap paper because I don't know an awful lot about these, and I wanted to make sure I got my stats right, otherwise I'll get people all over me. So this is the 3-litre TDI Sport Executive Auto. It's got the 3-litre V6 diesel. It puts out 246 brake horsepower, but it has, more importantly, 550 Newton meters of torque. Absolute tree stump pulling power on this one. Real beast of a car. 0 to 60 is just 5.9 seconds. 5.9 seconds for a car this big. It's obviously limited top speed with the Audis at 155 mile an hour, but they reckon it'll average 44 miles to the gallon. I can't imagine whether it really will do if you're using all of that punch all of the time, but cruising around it'll do more than that as well on the old motorway journeys. It just MOT'd the car last month. I'm sure the MOT warriors have already been on the case looking at that. It had advisories, like I say, for rear discs and pads and tyres, and the emissions being too clean to register. I've checked with the MOT tester. He said that's genuinely what it was. Says he has to note that if he can't get a register on it. He said it's just running super clean. The rear tyres were done. I've got the receipt for that. The rear discs and pads were done. I've got the receipt for that. This car has a fantastic service history. The customer has never hesitated to spend money on it. The last service was done, I think it was October, at Audi last year, and that bill was £580, included entirely new brake fluid as well as the oil and filters and cabin filters. Just had air conditioning fixed and regassed, so that's all working perfectly. Absolutely cracking motor, outstanding service history, outstanding condition. There's only one mark to show you on the back in a minute. Just a brilliant car. Obviously we'll go inside and have a look at the full-blown spec of the interior in a bit, but a quick look around the bodywork. We've got this massive chrome grille, which is all in good condition. The front end of the car is pretty much free of any stone chips. Really cracking condition. I don't know if these alloys were standard or not. They look like RS type alloys, but they're in good nick. Loads of tread on the front tyre there. Wing mirror cap's got a little bit of scuffing on it there, but nothing major. Doors in good nick there, no dings and dents. No dings and dents in this door. Again, we've got the new tyres on the alloy here. The alloys on this side both in good condition. I think there might be a tiny bit of minor curbing on the edge there. Nice rear tinted glass. Round here all in good condition. The only mark to really note is this little one on the bumper here. Hasn't been touched or done anything to yet. A nice little easy smart repair that could be done. Panel here is in good nick. That alloy's perfect, no curbing on it, and that's had the new tyre on it there as well. No dings and dents down this side, considering it hasn't got bump strips on it and it's been on the road for a while, 2013. Absolutely devoid of any dings and dents down the side of the car at all. This wing mirror is perfect. This alloy has a little bit of curbing just here on top edge, but overall it's good. Loads of tread on that tyre, not had to put tyres on for absolute age. Really, I think for a 2013 car, this is outstanding. If you wanted it to be immaculate on the outside, all you need to do is have a smart repairer just do that little bit on the wing mirror there, and that little bit in the boot as bumper just there, and I would then confidently say this was immaculate. I mean, I guess you'd get them to do that little bit of refurb on the front alloy there, but then after that, it would look like a year-old car. It really would. We'll go in the interior in a minute, you'll see that's also in outstanding condition. So, starting her up. Service in 2,700 miles. No warning lights on the dashboard. 82,625 miles. No warning lights at all. As you hear, there was no rattle at all on the start up on the chain or anything like that. All happy there, and like I say, no lights have come on during my time driving it. Interior wise, guys, it's hard for me to go through absolutely everything this car's got. We've got a pop-up screen here which I believe plays DVDs, obviously CD, radio, DAB radio, Bluetooth. It's got front and rear cameras that show through that as well, which are excellent. I nearly hit the flower pot at home, missed it due to that. Obviously down here you've got all your controls for your air conditioning, you've got heated seats. You've got, like say, your telephone, your sat nav controls. It's all controlled off this menu here, which actually is quite intuitive, not like the BMW one. This one's actually quite easy to navigate through. It hasn't taken me long to learn it at all, considering I'm a boy who likes MGBs. I haven't found it too hard going through that at all. You've got your obviously auto gear lever there, you've got electronic handbrake, push to start. All finishes nice piano black, and then this lovely wood. Is it wood? Might be plastic, but it looks like wood. Anyway. We got all the handbooks in here. Oh, he lost it. So we've got the original Audi book with all the handbooks in here, which I think you're going to need for this. I say inside I've got a comprehensive full printout service history from Audi. We've got the lug nut there as well. So we've got the full service history from Audi with all the services. Then we've got the receipts for the other work, like the last MOT. Got this lovely quilted leather, which is all in fantastic condition. Suede door cards. They must be memory settings for the seats there, I imagine. So when you hop in, you can go back to your original setting and have multiple settings for that. All round electric windows, of course. Electric mirrors. You've got the Tiptronic controls here for the gear levers. Go up and down. I've checked them, they are working. You've got cruise control down here. It just needs the lightest of valets in there, just a bit of dust about. Nice leather trimmed centre console here, which does that open up in two parts? Yeah, it does. And then you've got USB and auxiliary input down there, presumably, by the looks of it. Oh, beautiful in here. The condition is fantastic, guys. There's no marking on any of this at all. There's a slight shine to the steering wheel from 82,000 miles, but the actual leather itself's all in good. There's no discoloration. The suede's immaculate, and I think it's got Audi carpets in it after a hoover out. This is going to be absolutely perfect. Yeah, I'm really loving the aluminium. I'm just saying bye to Billy there, who's taking away his Golf. If you're watching, Billy, thanks again for that. Bit of continuity there. Yeah, so I'm really liking the brushed aluminium against the wood and the stitched leather. It's really nice. Out of the seat here, we've got all the electrics. It does the electrics. The headrests are electric. Fancy. And obviously you've got your lumbar. And then don't know what that does. I imagine we've got 4 buttons here. Yeah, I can see you've got the lumbar going in the leather there. Loads of adjustment to that. And then in the back, the suede continues, all again in fantastic condition. All the wood's in perfect condition along with the brushed aluminium. Leather, bang on. No marking to the leather again at all. And then we've got, again, the wood continues in the back here. It is going to come up absolutely fantastic, like I say, with the basic hoover. All the headline is perfect. Outstanding. Again, boot needs a little hoover out, but we've got the original netting, which isn't all ripped and teared like they normally are. The pockets either side, the carpet in there is all absolutely bang on. Got your ski hatch there, and underneath, it's not going to work with that on, is it, James? Take that off. Underneath we've got a proper spare with the jack. When I say proper spare, by the way, people do me for that. It's a space saver, but I mean versus a can of gunk, which gets you nowhere. And then you've got the original, obviously, safety triangle there as well. We've got a button here for closing the boot. Should we test that a second? Oh, it works! That would have been an embarrassing moment if I hadn't, wouldn't it? Here's the heart of the beast. I can't really do an awful lot here. It's all electronic now, isn't it? I can't read the oil, I don't think. I think it's all on the dashboard for that kind of stuff. The coolant level is bang on where it should be. That's all good, nice pink colour. No gunginess under the oil cap. Yeah, it's obviously, you know, it's not detailed like I normally do for retail, but all down here looks good. All the chassis rails straight. Obviously, we'll have a look at the car vertical report on it. It all comes up clear, but I'll just put people's minds at rest and show them that the mileage all is a nice linear graph as well. That all looks like it ties up well. So gang, we're out in the Audi A8. I did drive it home last night and obviously driving it back in this morning. Give you my little rundown of how I think it is. So I mean, you can't fail to be impressed. It is smooth, it's quiet. Now, what I didn't tell you with this car is that it's not as risky a buy as it might sound like it could be, in as much as Moors have looked after this car, I think, for the last 4 or 5 years, and they're the ones that put me onto the car, and they told me it was a good one. So I kind of had, you know, I had a head start there on the car. And having driven it, obviously, like I say, home yesterday, back today, I can't find a fault with the thing, guys. Obviously, you're waiting for it. No knocks and bangs, guys. The suspension is sorted. There's no play in the steering. Like I say, we've got nothing that sounds like it's even anywhere near on the suspension. It's all absolutely quiet. The gearbox, I have to say, smoothest automatic I've ever driven. You can hardly tell the thing is changing gear. In fact, I had to turn the stereo down and look at the rev counter to tell that it was changing gear when I first drove it. I wanted to, you know, be sure it was changing, but I couldn't tell under normal driving. So I had to watch the speedos to see that it was changing. It is super, super smooth. There is bundle loads of power. We'll punch it in a minute when we're out of the zone here. It might steam up a little bit because I haven't got the blowers on, so that I don't interfere with the volume, because I still haven't set up my mic. There's loads of buttons here. I can't say I've tried everything, but everything I've tried has worked, if that makes sense. I've tried the seat buttons, they all work. Stereo works. Really, to be honest, the only fault I've found so far on the car, and you can decide whether you want to call it a fault or not on a car of this age, is there's some vibration in one of the speakers on the back shelf. When I've got my old Kistry on here last night on the way home with the old dance tracks on the go, it was vibrating a little bit. But other than that, I honestly can't say I've found a fault on the car. The service history, like I said, is really good. They've gone over and above to get things done on the car. Like I say, I mean, to know you're taking a car to We Buy Any Car and have it valeted first and have the air con repaired, you know, that just tells you the mindset of the people that were selling the car, doesn't it? And he said to me, he said, oh, you know, it's got a bit of dirt in the footwells as well. I was going to have it hoovered out again. I'm like, you're selling it to me trade, buddy. Don't worry about it. Honest to God, do not worry about it. And that's why I gave him a little bit more than We Buy Any Car was going to give him. I wanted to help the guy out, to be honest. This dog is right in the middle of the blooming road. There's a terrible habit round here of people letting their dogs just wander about the place. You've got to be so careful. And a massive engine, a 3 litre TDI, isn't absolutely huge. There's bigger diesels out there, but it certainly packs a punch. And the way it delivers it is so smooth. By the way, if you hear any rattles down in this direction, it's because I've got my box from my car keys open and they're floating around in the footwell down there. I do take home all the keys from the cars every night. They're not left on the premises. So anyway, if we go here, I punch it, kicks down, and Jesus, it is absolutely brutally quick. God Bennett, that is fast. That is serious. I haven't done that before. I haven't done a full pull on it yet. That is seriously quick. That I would say is easily as quick as the Jaguar 3 litre twin turbo I had before. What a lot of car for the money. So guys, seems to drive perfectly. I really can't say that I can notice a single thing about the drive that concerns me. The condition of the interior and exterior is outstanding, apart from that little mark on the rear of the bumper there. The service history is fantastic. The MOTs, you know, I think it was done last month and the advisories were done. I really don't know what more you could want one of these. It starts up without any chain rattle. So retail for this car, Auto Trader says, is 14.5, 14.6. I've put it up on my site at 13,995, again under Auto Trader, and advertised it with a 12-month warranty. I'm going to put a 12-month warranty wise on it. But I have scored this car, and I am quite happy for a subscriber to get a deal on it. If someone wants to buy it as it is, I do no more to it at all, you can have it for 11 grand. But that is a trade sale, and if you're not a trader, you either need to get a trader to buy it for you, or you need to come with a trailer and take it away as a spares and repair. There is no other option. Again, this isn't because I think this is a bad car. I think this is retail ready. This is because I could probably get 2 or 3 Corsas or i10s or something else in for this kind of money. There'll be better sellers for me, and you know, I can still make money at that, and someone gets a cracking car. So the offer is out there. I can't be dealing with faffers though, no disrespect to anyone. Go away, do your research, find out what your road tax is for yourself, find out what your insurance is going to be for yourself, find out what averages MPGs are for yourself, read your own reviews on the car. You would be buying it as it is at that price. No disrespect to anyone, I really only have time for people to turn up with the cash ready to go. You can't part exchange on a trade sale. Please, I say this every time, please be clear about this. You cannot part exchange on a trade deal. You cannot get finance on a trade deal, as in I cannot set a finance for you. You can go off and get finance yourself if you like. That's totally up to you, but I cannot provide it. I am more than willing to sell someone a warranty wise at its trade cost as well, which will be a hell of a lot cheaper than you see online. That can be done. If you wanted a 12-month one of those on this, you're probably looking in the region of £500, I'd say. We can do that. Or I'm more than happy to do the full retail job. You know, I'll do the full retail job. We'll give it the valet, we'll give it the detail. We'll get David to come do that little paint on the bit of paint on the back. We will stick a 12-month warranty wise on it. I've got it on the site for 13,995. If a subscriber wants to come buy it, let's say at 12,995, I'll do the full retail works on it. You can have all of that with your 6 months come back, but obviously with a 12-month warranty. I'm happy to do it that way. But at the end of the day, the idea is, it's a bit like the guys on the old salvage rebuilds, isn't it? I think they sell all of their cars trade, sale, sold as seen, but you see that they prep them fully. You know they're a decent car, and they just let their subscribers have them cheap, don't they? And I think that'd be a nice opportunity for someone with this car, as I'm in a position to be able to do it, to do the same. But just be clear about it. If you want to come back, guys, you need to be buying at the full retail. But like I said, you know, I can't do any more to check this car, and it's already done it. It's been known by Moors for a number of years. It's been serviced without any skimping. They did the advisories on the MOT, and it seems to drive like a dream. But it is, at the end of the day, you know, an old prestige vehicle. So don't think for a minute that you might not have to put your hand in your pocket. No one can guarantee that for you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Bit of a different car for the channel. We've gone from a £100 Nissan Micra to a Audi A8 with this kind of spec. But that's what the channel's all about, buying different stuff and just showing you the day-to-day trading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please smash that like button below. Please consider subscribing if you haven't. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe. Just notifies you of new videos coming in. What have we got coming up? Well, next up, I think we are going to have, and again, some of you guys that like the cheapy stuff will enjoy me heading back to this. We have got in a Y-plate Suzuki Jimny. Look at this bad boy. So we need to give this a clean up and have a drive of this and see if this is any cop or not. Can you buy a cheap Suzuki Jimny and get out of it alive? That remains to be seen. We're doing the track day in the Suzuki Swift, but also taking the £400 Audi TT to the track day. We're doing that in a couple of days' time. Will I survive that unscathed? Will the cars survive that unscathed? Will we get the Nissan Micra with the CVT gearbox that I now actually know a thing or two about up and running properly? A lot of you seem to be loving that. And we've also got this cheap automatic Skoda Fabia in that we've got a little bit to show you on that. So loads coming up, guys. So like I say, smash that subscribe button if you're not already. Thanks for watching. Catch you again soon.